What an episode. Hey everybody, Templar74 here with another Yu-Gi-Oh video, and today I'm going to be giving my impressions about Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 episode 141, the Junior Youth Championship. And oh my god guys, this episode was yet another one of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 where we get more questions than we get answers. And I'm really starting to get annoyed with that. But I digress on that whole point. Let's go ahead and talk about this epic episode, shall we? So the episode starts off where we're recapping the entire Zark's defeat in episode 140, where he split back into the four different dragons: Dark Rebellion, Clearwing, Star Venom, Odd Eyes, and of course, we see that whole thing again. And we actually start the episode off with an original callback to the first episodes where we get the whole introduction to Solid Vision, which I thought was a very nice touch considering we're pretty much restarting from this point. But anyway, we also learned that Standard Dimension has now been reincarnated into Pendulum Dimension. Everybody can pendulum summon now, not just Yuya as the quote-unquote founder or Zark or however you want to look at it. Now everybody in the former Standard Dimension can pendulum summon, and thus it has been reborn as the Pendulum Dimension. As far as that dimension goes, however, there's only really 3 people that remember what just happened as far as Zark and everything splitting and all that. And those 3 people are Akaba Reggie, Yusho, and Tuskegee. And since Yusho remembers, he now knows that Yuya isn't really his son, so I really would like to see how that handles now, because nobody, and it actually is interesting to note that nobody addresses Yusho as Yuya's dad anymore. They just say Yusho Sakaki. So I don't know if that's changed now or not. I'm hoping we get some more clarification on that. We found out the identity of the baby in the preview. It is in fact Rera. However, something very interesting. Everybody is referring to Rera as a girl now. So I don't know if Rera changed from boy to girl now in the Dimension reincarnation. I hope we get more answers about that too, because honestly, that makes me feel a little uncomfortable. We've known Rera throughout 140 episodes as a boy, and now all of a sudden he's a girl, or she's a girl, or she's a boy, or But anyway, you guys can see my frustration on that. So anyway, we find out that Yuya must restore Rera's smile, and I don't know what that's going to do about this stuff, but we notice that Rera doesn't smile throughout this entire episode as a baby, so obviously something's going on there. I think that might play a connection into the Yuzu and them returning. By the way, no Yuzu in this dimension. Everybody remembers, even her dad, quote unquote, has the fan, but he's like, something's familiar about this, but he can't exactly remember what it is. There's no Yuzu in sight, and I think Rera not being able to smile and the whole him was Rei thing, I think all that may end up playing together at some point. I could be totally wrong on that, but I think that might have something to do with it. So the episode pretty much finishes off with Saratori, Gongenzaka, and Yuya battling Tuskegee in a battle royale. And as they're battling, they're starting to remember the original Miami Championship, which Tuskegee shouts out to them, you need to remember this. And they're starting to remember how they took on the Obelisk Force and how Yuya was battling Saratori and Saratori was losing. And Tuskegee, or his brother, was actually dueling Sora. And we also see the flashback to Shun, and Yuya and Gongenzaka taking on Obelisk Force. So, we're starting to get that whole, wait a minute, what's going on thing here. It's also interesting to note at the very beginning of this episode, Yuya still has the boots that Alan gave him in the X-Sheets dimension, and Yuya can't remember who gave them to him. So, there's that. But anyway, everybody, like I said, this episode of Arc 5 really gave us more questions and answers. I really liked the episode. They really need to do some explaining, though, because I'm almost at the point where I'm like, I'm lost. Okay, Arc 5, I'm lost. But I'm not quite there yet. But in the comments down below, let me know what you guys thought of this week's episode of Arc 5. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you guys just as confused as anybody? Do you think Rira's smile ties into Yuzu and the other U-girls returning? Just let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. Alright everybody, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day everybody, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye everybody.